empty words, unfulfilled promises. This community doesn't need empathy from this Liberal government. This community needs action. And that's why I have invited all the children from this immersion school to join me as I present this video to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, to the Minister of Canada and Indigenous Relations, Mr. Mark Miller, and to the Minister of Indigenous Services, Ms. Patty Hajdu. I want the Prime Minister and those ministers to look at the children beside me, surrounding me, look into their eyes and tell them that their language rights don't matter. Tell them that they don't need a place to call their own. Tell them that they do not need a proper, safe, and nurturing learning environment. Need I remind all of you today that 8 years ago, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission released a call to action, 94 calls to action to be exact. And here we are, almost 8 years later, and 13 of the 94 have been achieved. That is shameful. One call to action that has not even been looked at, discussed, or furthered is preserving Indigenous languages. This Prime Minister in 2015 promised Canadians that there was no greater relationship that Canada could have than with its Indigenous neighbours.
No relationship is more important to me and to Canada than the one with First Nations, the Métis Nation, and Inuit peoples. Let me say it once again. I give you my word that we will renew and respect that relationship.
Again, if you truly believe that, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, write the check. This community has done so much to further this project. They cannot do it completely on their own. Again, reconciliation is not simply an ideal. It means actually furthering that. When we take a look at the erosion of the Indigenous culture and the language by the failed residential school system, this means doing whatever it takes to preserve the beauty and heritage of this wonderful language and culture. That means ensuring that this government simply doesn't talk the game, but actually walks the walk. It's disappointing to me as a member of Parliament for this great community that I'm here again trying to further this project. I was here a year ago. I personally witnessed the temporary arrangements you have to educate these beautiful children. And it was shameful and it was heartbreaking to learn that many of these kids are learning in a dimly lit room, no windows, learning in an environment that doesn't even have an up-to-date fire system, learning in an environment with potable water issues, learning in an environment that doesn't have a proper recreational facility attached to it. As you've heard numerous speakers, we're talking decades worth of moving location to location to location, trying to educate in deplorable conditions. Build this school. Enough delay. I will continue to fight this government with all the tools that I have at my disposal, with all the tools that His Majesty's loyal opposition has at its disposal, to get this government to react. That is my promise to you. Thank you.